Hey guys, it's StingKnight. Today's video will be a guide on Moko the Restless, which is the boss 3 of the another Mount Rokkon Criterion Dungeon. So, let's jump right in. The first mechanic is triple Kasumi-giri. The first thing we will need to look at is the direction of the safe spot, as well as if it is ice or fire. If it's ice, that means we must stand inside the boss's hitbox. If it is fire, we must stand outside the boss's hitbox. Remember that each time the boss cleaves, the new safe spot will always be his relative south, and every direction we do from there is always going to be boss relative. From the current example, we're going to be starting off from the west side and ice, so we're in, and then next is going to be north and ice, and then lastly will be east and fire. After that is over, the boss will once again cast triple Kasumi-giri, so you're going to have a lot of time to practice this. With the example, we're going to be starting up with north and fire, ice and east, and then finally south and ice. Scarlet Auspice, make sure to stay in max melee range. He does a circle AoE around himself. If you get hit by it, you will get a damage down. Immediately after, the boss will cast Boundless Scarlet. You just want to stand east or west of the boss position. Invocation of Vengeance. Everyone will be given a spread marker, and 2 players will be given a stack marker. And these AoEs are extremely small, so you don't have to worry about spacing too much. As long as you're not on someone else's hitbox, you should be okay. For the spread and stack, I would do something that looks like this on the screen, with the melee DPS and the healer as the flex ones. Immediately after, the boss will cast Fleeting Iai-giri, which will target one random player with a tether. Above his head, there will be an indication of where the safe location is. For this example, south is the safe position. Everyone in the group would want to go to the corner where the 2 lines are not lit up, that remains unchanged. This will be the safe spot. And as the player with the tether, we know that the south is the safe position. So you would want to face directly towards the corner with your character. As soon as the samurai dashes to you, you want to move out immediately, as you will also end up getting cleave if you do not move. After the spread or stack goes off, you want to run towards the empty space, and here we will perform the stack or spread once again. Next is Shadow Twin. We will be applying the same flex position. The tether player will always be paired up with the non-tether player, with the melee and the healer as the flexer. The tank would always want to start up north, and for the DPS, would always want to start south and rotate clockwise to find their safe position. Next is Moonless Knight. 2 random players will be targeted by the samurai tether. If you pay close attention above the samurai, you notice the safe position is always going to be south first, and then there will be another direction which will be completely random. The safe position is always going to be away from the hands. This is where we rotate clockwise. Whilst all this is happening, you also gotta look above the boss. If the squares are spread apart like it is shown right now, then the untethered person will always need to be on the edge of the arena to block an AoE. And here we notice the samurai's safe position is north for the second hit. Everything goes off here at once, and we move towards north of the samurai. Immediately after, the same mechanic will repeat itself. This time, the untethered will be the tether player. Same again, rotate clockwise away from the hands. Identify the second safe position from the samurai, and also look above the boss's square, if it is far or close. It is far once again, so my partner is supposed to be further away from me, and as you can see, you get binded if you're too close. And once again, the second safe spot is the north of the samurai's position. If the square above the boss is closed, then you simply have the tether players be on the edge of the map, and the non-tether player needs to be as close to the boss as possible. The next mechanic is Azure Auspice, which will be a donut AoE, so just be inside the boss's hitbox. Next is Boundless Azure, just stand towards east or west side of the boss. You will notice the lines will start lighting up. So try to stand next to them in order. It's going to be like a wave-like mechanic. Stand close to it and wait for the AoE to light up, then immediately move into the AoE. Just pay close attention here, you'll be doing this 4 times in a row. Towards the end of this mechanic, there will be another triple Kasumi-giri being casted. It will just be the exact same as the first mechanic. Next up is Soldier of Death. The first thing you need to look for is the 2 safe spots in the cardinal position. You want to look at the blue samurai on the edge of the map. The red arrows coming out of the blue samurai indicates where he would drop his AoE. And the AoE the blue samurai drops is the biggest and will cover both the north and east cardinal position. So the only safe spot is west and south for this particular example. Each player will be tethered by a samurai. Your partner here should always be the one tethered by the samurai cardinal to your samurai. So the player tethered by the north and south ad will always be going to the same spot. The player who's tethered by the east and west ad will always be going to the same spot. The first safe position is always going to be south of the samurai ad, and then shortly after he will show you the second safe spot. So here the sage's ad shows the west position is safe, and his partner, the gunbreaker, the east position is safe. So as a sage here, you would want to look towards the east side, while his partner wants to look towards the west side. As soon as the samurai dashes to you, move away from them. The AoE goes off and then you want to move in, but not the way it is shown on the clip. You just want to be more centered here. Finally, there will be another triple Kasumi-giri, followed up by Kenki release, which is raid right AoE, and then another Kenki release, which is the Enrage. So that is it for this video, guys. I hope you found the video helpful. If it did, make sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe for more future FF14 content. As always, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.